Hey guys! How's it going? This is Talion Trevier here with more Slay the Princess. I'm honestly just now thinking about how jarring it must be to transition from my starting screen to this game. It cuts off pretty suddenly, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden, we're in dark, dank cabin basement dungeon. Anyway, hey Koki, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so last time we got some more of the new content. We did the new Spectre route, which was really interesting. I can't wait to explore more of that. And then we did some of the Apotheosis. So, as far as the expanded routes go, we apparently have 2 more left. That being the Den and the Fury. But we only have 1 more vessel left until we get to the end of this one. So, in today's episode, we're just going to take one of the 2 and do that, and then go through the updated version of the ending. So I don't really know what to expect there, but I'm excited for that too. Yeah, as far as which one we start with, I was thinking we might just do probably the Fury, just because I remember that one being pretty boring last time, so I want to see what they've done with it. Because before you just kind of got there and she immediately kills you, and that's kind of it. So, yeah, maybe let's explore that one.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, just move on to the cabin. So, let's see if I remember how to get there.
Of the cabin is almost...
So I know you can get there through the tower, which we can't do because we already did Apotheosis. I'm pretty sure you can get there through the adversary. Were there other ways to get there? I feel like that was one that had a couple of options. So I guess let's maybe try the adversary?
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
So I
Why did you
think
bring
to
a knife
get
with
the
you?
adversary, you
How
can
about
just
you
like
drop
talk
it?
to her a little bit, and then try to kill her. I don't know if you need to drop it or if you can just go.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
Well,
Oh,
this should do it
have
anyway.
you decided-
We try to kill her.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can... Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed. The shock of that first... Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her... We can still turn this around.
Okay, so yeah, I guess give up here just gets you to the tower, and then finish the job gets you the adversary.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for...
Okay, here we are. The adversary. I believe to get to the Fury, you can... I think if you refuse to fight her, then you get the Fury.
A warning. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think we won't take the blade and just try to be a pacifist and see how much that pisses her off. Let's save though.
blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough...
Alright. What does turning around and leaving do? You know what? I'm not sure I've actually tried it. So let's just give it a go. We can reload if this doesn't get us the right conclusion.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision and you have to make it fast.
Huh. I'm really curious now. What does this do? I've clearly been here before, given that the skip is available, but I guess let's try running?
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you.
I don't remember this.
You're safe, if only for a moment.
The blade. Take the blade from the altar.
We're good.
Are you sure about that?
Do you think this door is enough to hold me? You're not getting out of this. I don't care how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine. Right?
If we had a weapon, we'd be fine.
Yes, you should probably pick up the blade, shouldn't you? I know I'd feel a lot safer with it. Before you can act, another impact shakes the cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors.
She comes.
The doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against the walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
After everything we've been through, I can't believe this is going to end with you cowering in a corner. You're pathetic.
We're doomed. In a fit of violence, the princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. She is merciless. With every blow comes a bloom of fresh pain, igniting nerves you didn't know you even had, your skin bruising and splitting and bleeding as her fists rain down relentlessly. Thankfully, you won't have to bear this agony much longer. Your body has its limits, and she has found them.
I hate this.
With your body a shapeless pulp, her fingers wrap around what's left of your neck.
You disgust me.
Yeah, I think this is likely to bring us to the Fury.
You hear a snap,
This might be right.
then everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep, there we go. We did it. That was easy. Just had to be brutally murdered,
You're on
you
a
know.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time, and we're not hiding upstairs.
Who cares about the blade? If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
So I was wondering if, getting here via the adversary versus the tower gives you different voices, but in this case at least, we do seem to just have both, the broken and the stubborn. If we went the other way, I think it would make sense as well to have the broken and the stubborn. So maybe it's just the same voices on either route? I imagine there are some things you can do to get different voices on this route.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
That is true.
If that's what you want, then fine. enjoy being beaten to death again and again and again.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Yeah, it definitely looks very different.
This is all different, isn't it?
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Alright. We do a save. Alright, let's just go to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
This is definitely the grossest
That's
landscape.
it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch. The interior of the cabin is a place that
Yeah,
feels
gross.
long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Disgusting.
That's horrible. It doesn't matter. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's so kind of disorienting how everything, you know, just this whole art style, everything is always, you know, kind of wiggling a little bit. The shapes of things move. Everything except, well, the mirror and I think also the pedestal with the knife on it. But the mirror is definitely the most unsettling, that it's just completely still. It feels like it's not part of this scene.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, I think because in the previous attempts, the Fury has murdered us so many times over and over, I want to try to kill her. Just get a little bit of revenge, you know?
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Alright, let's just go.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you. All we see is a damn mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? The door? The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it. But it has to be real. It's right there. Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement.
I love how it
As
looks
if
like a
the command
spine.
slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides.
Oh, this place is
You
so
feel
disgusting.
both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
And so you've returned. Do you intend to cower and hide again? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your body broke and bled against the walls of this temple, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
It cuts both ways. We both hurt each other.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
She's been hollowed out. Just like us.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Know what you've done to me before. I don't know how it's gonna go this time. Hopefully differently.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
I hate that you can see her skin pulling here. Oh, that's so gross.
And then,
Oh,
with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground.
disgusting.
She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She's only trying to connect with us. Wouldn't you want to dig for a spark once you lost it? To try to reignite something, even if it hurts?
It's a very poetic way of putting it. None of these are explore. They're all just actions. Honestly, I kind of want to go for it. Can we make friends with her? I feel like it's too late to make any kind of amends. But I'm not going to try this time. This time I want to try to hurt her. I'm going to end you.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Also, I never noticed this before, but her, like, there's nails stuck in her, like, whatever the hell this is, exposed flesh and muscles. I guess it's peeling back the skin of her chest and fastening it to her shoulders with nails. That's horrific. Jesus, gore design element. Yeah, a little bit. Oh.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Yeah, her crown is also made of nails. At least I see the nails here. I can't tell what the upper one is. That could be a nail also. Uh-oh.
No, that's our stuff. She can't.
Our stuff!
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. This is the only way it could have gone, really.
Did we just fuck up this route, or is there gonna still be more after this?
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on, we're better than this.
So, are we dead? No.
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
Like how whenever the princess messes with your organs, the hero's just like, but those are ours! Yeah, it's pretty funny. Attempt to die. I want to try to defeat her this time. You won't win.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead,
Oh,
all that
gross.
leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical.
Metaphorical. Oh god.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk
Yeah.
of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
I don't think we can blink at this point. I don't think we have eyelids.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Oh yeah, now you can see that that's also a nail. Yeah. Oof.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules.
Between my molecules, jeez.
The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms.
What?
One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Is she going to pick us apart atom by atom? Or rather, cell by cell? That would be something.
Yes? I think.
Oh my god.
Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing.
Stubborn, do you understand how exponents work?
8. 16. 32.
Yep.
64.
Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt.
Time for counting with the narrator, yep. The narrator's teaching us that one thing with the... Was that story with the grains of rice on the chessboard? How it doubles with each square, and at the end you end up with more grains of rice than there are in the universe.
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072. 262,144. 524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
Yeah, there's the question, isn't it?
Nothing. Just like nothing's
Stubborn.
happening now.
Stubborn's not very bright, is he?
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000. I don't like this waiting.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
Oh, God.
16,768,000.
Oh, I don't like this.
33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter.
Thousands don't matter anymore.
Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be something where you win or lose. You just have to accept it. Listen to it.
Ooh.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
This art is really cool, though. It's so freaky and surreal and melting. Wow.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive. You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
Oh.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
That's very optimistic of you, Stubborn.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
She's not looking so happy about this, though. I think she expected to have won by now.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
It's okay to let go.
Oh, and even her nail in the forehead is bleeding.
Then I'm letting go.
Hero, no!
Yes. You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Oh, dang.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes. 16, 32. 64. No.
Stubborn, no!
128.
I'm still here.
You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
Wow.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I love how even her voice is getting more desperate.
As long as you need me to. And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break. You are 30 trillion little pieces, all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Broken is so sweet in this fruit, yeah. I mean, he's already broken, I guess. There's not anything else you can do. Also, I just realized that she's reflected in every single drop of this. Oh wow, look at that. See her face reflected across all the little bits of you.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
It's interesting how much empathy Broken has as soon as he's at any other route besides the tower. Yeah.
And then all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
Well, looks like we managed to outlast her.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
I know I came into this being like, I'm gonna get revenge against her, I'm gonna kill her, but now that we're here, I kind of don't want to. I just feel bad for her. I am gonna tell her that was awful, though. That was awful. I hated every second of it.
So I did do something to you after all.
What were you hoping to accomplish with all of that?
I don't know. I just wanted something back. Something that was missing. I don't really know what it is. I just know that it's still gone.
I didn't like fighting you when we first met. Still don't want to do that.
Oh. All this time I thought I understood something about you. But I didn't. Now what?
That's up to you.
Then here I stay.
You seem so off. It's like you're a completely different person than you were when you started pulling me apart.
Different. I am, yes. We're doing all that for such a long time. I'm tired now.
I think I'm going to go now.
Alone?
Cute, yeah. I was going to turn and leave, but I do feel bad for her. Interesting that these two are so similar. Ugh, oh, I can't just abandon her. Fine. Fine. I'm going to leave now. I was hoping you'd come with me.
After everything I've done to you, is that really an option?
Give her your hand.
Are you serious? You're just offering her your hand?
Though I don't really want to touch her gross flesh hand, but it's fine, probably. At this point, I've touched much worse than gross flesh hand.
You cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her.
Huh, I'm still, like, partially unwound here. Wow.
Her eyes,
Consider her
wells
best.
of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. You despicable fiend. And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to...
You can't stop us. We've been through enough. You don't scare us.
Fine. You and the princess climb the stairs out of the basement together. In silence.
It's okay. We're almost there.
I'm tired.
I know.
And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left
Behind. He's gone too. It's just the three of us now.
Is this the world? It's so cold.
I can't believe they made me like Broken. Yeah, he is sweet in this route.
So the world's gone, and she's gone with it. There's only one thing left for you to do here. You need to look at yourself. Whatever you see, it's going to be okay.
Oh, wow. And he's okay with looking at the mirror and everything. The voice falls silent as you approach. Alright.
I think
Here
you
we
know
are,
what I
at
am.
the end. I wonder if there's anything new here. I mean, I've already explored a lot of this, so I might just not ask him anything. I don't want to just destroy the mirror, though, but alright, whatever. Let's just move on. Alright, proceed to the cabin one last time. What are we going to find them this time? This time. There's one new option, but it's only available if you did the damsel chapter. It's pointing out that the narrator changed his mind. Oh, really? Okay, hang on. Wait, let me actually try to... There should be an autosave, right? Is there? Or is it just, Oh wait, no, this is page 5, autosave. Okay, now the question is how to find it. Maybe on this one?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
It's at the top once you get it. Oh yeah, there it is. It's right there. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Wow. That's pretty funny. It doesn't matter, don't care, yeah. Alright, I guess that's it. Hurt enough. Yep. Alright. Proceed to the cabin one last time. What the heck are we gonna see there?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I wonder if they've made, you know, the actual vessels that you pick up along the way actually affect this. Because that was something that kind of annoyed me originally, that, like, it didn't seem to matter which vessels you gave her. I mean, starting with the stranger does change things a little bit, but apart from that, it doesn't seem to do anything. I don't expect they've changed that, but it would be interesting if they did. Alright, what now?
Ever the passive player, always react when the echo spun us from one. So, will you attempt to destroy me?
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
Honestly, I should probably save before getting too far into this.
If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
So let's talk this through.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You can, but violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Huh, this seems to be the same dialogue as you got with the Fury before. Which is kind of surprising, given how differently it went this time. Address this vessel's statement directly. What does that mean? I don't know what we actually say in this case, so I guess let's try it and see what happens. Oh, I see, I see. And the other thing about the ending sequence is that in the past I felt like these options also don't change anything. Like it all gets you kind of back to the same end with the same choices. But I guess we'll see if it changes anything this time. I don't fear death. Not anymore.
If you do not fear it, then there is no need for you to struggle against it. Let go. Leave with me. You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. The very ground beneath your feet loses its meaning. There is nothing but me. When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose to accept me, to allow me to burn away all doubt, and turn you into an instrument of my divine will. You accepted that I was everything, and together we found our purpose. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
So, okay, these statements I think are the same as in the one before, so I wonder if, like, I had picked one of these to begin with, it would have continued a line of dialogue. What do we have for this one? It was you who stopped us from escaping.
We weren't ready for it then, but we are now. What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came first.
The worm in my heart.
It took you from me, but you took me with you. And together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
You rewarded me with more of what I didn't like, wow. Just because we're bound together doesn't mean I can't be whole without you.
Could you bear the risk of seeking that truth? What if you're wrong? Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye. It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But together, we left it all behind, and found a world free of burdens. We found the beauty in accepting our dance. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
You denounce fear, and yet you laud violence and strife as necessary and beautiful. Can there be courage without fear? And is courage not beautiful?
Fear is a delusion. It places barriers in the minds of those who do not free themselves from it. To see that there is no horror in living. To embrace the violence and the pain. That is the only way to truly appreciate the tapestry of the divine. A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
They're holding her hands. Yeah, I noticed that. That's really cute. I was so glad to dance with you.
And dance with me again. You will never have to stop. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Now, apparently there is at least one new ending here, but I don't know where it is or how to get there, so I'm, I guess, just gonna save for now. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Some very specific instructions for the new ending. You can't get it. Huh. So is it... Do I have to do something differently at, you know, earlier in this confrontation? Or do you have to do something differently, like, throughout the entire run? I don't necessarily want specific instructions quite yet, but maybe at some point. I don't know. Alright, let's go to the cabin, I guess.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
How are you supposed to help?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all that divine confluence. I can help. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Alright.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
What if I say I can do this out here on my own? Are we actually just going to stay out here, or do we still go there?
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Thank you, hero.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Good riddance.
Yeah. He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Take the blade or not take the blade? Well, I mean, I think I've seen every possible permutation of this ending anyway, so if we're not getting the new ending, then I think it probably doesn't really matter which one we do.
My blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
So yeah, is the new ending
There you are.
something that you need a
Just like you did
specific
when we
like
first met. Let's talk for a bit.
do you actually
Maybe
need
we can figure
specific
this out.
vessels to get it, or do you need to get the right thing in the dialogue with her? Finally tell me your name. Well, I don't think she really has one.
I don't have one, and I think I like it better that way. But you can call me Princess if you want. You know, you never told me your name.
I don't think I have one either.
Then I guess I'll call you Quiet.
Oh, that's really cute.
Not hero. Oh well, quiet will do. That's always been us.
He
hasn't
really
it?
wants to be hero, huh? What do you think of her? Which she wanted us to be?
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to judge her. It must be so lonely thinking that she's everything that matters in the world. Thinking that she's the only one with all the answers.
There's a joke option acted out where you could say, "Call me Gary," and the princess says, "No, I'm not calling you that." Wow, that's really funny. Was that like in one of the streams?
I never thought about it like that. That does sound lonely, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so good to finally see you again. Post on their
Yeah.
Tumblr.
I missed you so much. Not that we've ever really been apart, but still. It feels like it's been so long. Like this is some sort of a big reunion.
Alright. I guess we just leave.
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Aww. Cute. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Aww.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
You sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay.
I always feel so bad leaving him. You're our bestie. We can't just go without him.
I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Alright, let's go. I'm always evil in games, but I can't kill her. I know, right? Alright.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is
Alright. Let's finish this. Okay, cool. I guess it's back to the main menu. Well, it's too early to end the stream today, so I think we'll just start a new game and check out our last expanded route, which I guess is the den. We're just jumping right in.
You're on a path in the woods.
Let's just go.
You make your way up.
The den is
The
Loki, my
interior
favorite
of
of
the
the
cabin is
extended chapter
almost
3s. They
entirely
added so
air.
much. Oh.
The air is
Alright,
stale
well,
and
let's see what
musty,
it's got.
and
No blade.
the door to the base.
Alright, I'm here to
How
save
many
you,
times
sure.
do I have to tell you how?
So let's see. To get the beast, I think... Do you just, like, try to kill her?
You're only making this more difficult.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the difference is between getting the witch and getting the beast. What's your
Okay.
favorite princess?
I'll be here.
I don't know. They're all really good. There's so many good princesses. I really liked the new extended damsel route with the happy ending. That was really good. The new Spectre route was really cool too. As far as just like which princess, I don't know. They're all so cool.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Wait.
Fine. Against your better judge, you cut into her. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Wait.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are
I think if we just slay the princess here, though, we're just gonna get the witch. Hang on, what did I do wrong? I think I did something wrong. Shoot. Did I screw up? Um...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work...
She offers, if we were stuck down here long enough, you attempt to make your
no,
way
wait.
out of the...
No, let's go back. Back.
Okay...
What if we go get the blade? I think maybe we have to retrieve the blade.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Okay, yeah, I think this is how we get to the beast.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
I also don't really remember
You
how to
slowly
get to the
creep down
den.
the
I think that was
basement
one of the
stairs.
tricky ones to get.
It's quiet.
I think you have to basically, like, outmaneuver the beast.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
I feel like both of these are going to be bad, but let's try closing the door.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Come on out. Let's just get this over with.
I can wait. I'm very patient.
She is. I know better at this point than to try to outwait her. Venture into the shadows, I guess.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
I love her face here, by the way. Those glowing feral eyes are so cool.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Here we go, the beast. Now, if only I can remember how to get to the den.
You're on a path in the... You're here.
Alright, go to cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to... I don't see why that matters. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. That's a very round... Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a... The blade is your...
Alright, I think we might need the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the prince.
Have you played Scarlet Hollow? I have not. I've been eyeing it for a long time, but the thing is, I really would prefer to play games when they're complete. Like, I think Scarlet Hollow looks awesome, and ideally I would like to wait for all the chapters to be out before I tackle that. I'm definitely looking forward to it, though. I definitely want to stream it at some point, but maybe, hopefully, when it's fully released and not right now. So, we'll see.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that the air seeping up, she growls.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the Remember, she's just a princess.
Just a princess.
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Okay, so I think in order to get to the den, you actually, like, have to succeed in this confrontation. I don't remember exactly what options get you there, but I will try it. Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been. Her chains wrap. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
I feel like talking to her doesn't really help at all. Run for the stairs. I think if I... that's tempting, but I feel like she's just gonna intercept me and kill me. Stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
Skill issue.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
So you know what? I think I've never actually tried playing dead. I kind of assumed that she wouldn't care and she would just kill us, but I am curious to see what it'll do. I think I might just try it. Just for fun. See if it happens. I think there's actually an achievement for it anyway, so I should give it a try.
We're playing dead.
It does sound very silly when you just say it like that.
It's unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to the ground, feigning death. She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then... silence. Only broken by the sound of your beating heart. It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead? She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
That's kind of adorable, actually.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move, now! But it's too late for you to move. Her jaw
Okay,
unhinges.
yeah.
and she
As
swallows
expected, that failed horribly.
hard. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in
Okay.
a dark and caustic.
Yeah, I don't think we want this. Let's load up our previous save. That was funny, though. I'm glad we did that. I think wait for her to strike and then hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her. And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. I think we didn't do that as well as we could have, but we still got to the den.
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Alright, let's make a plan. What's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop, that's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Alright, let's go to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
We've already been over the plan.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
This part is new to me. I think this is the standard start of the den. Have you not seen the den at all then?
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Alright, well, let's save. I think let's try to fight her, I guess. Let's take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so
Right.
grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Let's wipe it clean.
You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Alright, let's actually stay quiet.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Saving again, just in case. Step into the shadows and try to lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness.
I feel like the shadows are
Your
kind of
heart
her
pounds in your
domain,
chest,
though.
Ears pricked,
This is
eyes
her
wide
advantage.
despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
And what? You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us? You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
Stop it! Fight her!
Huh. Why is it already fading?
The conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back, rushing up your spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin and...
Huh.
Death. Again.
Except not really. That was strange. But death doesn't come. You turn to see that something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Well, and there's that...
Huh.
I'm begging you, don't.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to the shifting mound, but we're probably gonna reload this one.
This doesn't feel right. That thing we...
Screw the mirror.
Something finds me. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Okay, yeah, this seemingly did not work. So, let's reload. Staying quiet, are we?
She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes.
Okay, well this one didn't work, so I guess ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are in there. She's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury, and beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
I'd like to see her try.
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence. And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
Her wounds can mend. That's not good.
So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Okay, this is new, I think.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Brave. I feel like embrace instinct is the most different. Like, this sounds interesting. I have no idea what it's going to do, and I'm so curious to find out, so let's go for it.
You hurl yourself towards the princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend. Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more. The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less. You feel faster, more responsive. Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us. There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint. The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal.
So now we're literally becoming part of each other.
That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
Poor hero. I'm sorry.
You were the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
Dehumanizing? Really? Have you seen her? She's very not human anymore.
But we feel bigger than
I mean, I guess
now.
we're joining her now in the inhuman camp.
The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you. Weakness returns.
Ooh.
Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh. We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now. You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you, mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle, on and on and on.
We're just doing the double Ouroboros here.
Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick.
I'm sorry, hero.
The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself.
We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature.
But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm. There is only savage violence. Did you say no endings?
Yep, just keep going forever. But he doesn't respond. He's gone.
But how are we supposed to know if we won? We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
Oh wow, I can see the hands melting together. Wow, that's gross. Oh, and her mouth is starting to develop a bird beak. That's horrifying. But you and she are separated. Your flesh ripped from where it joins together. Before forever can come to pass. You lock eyes. You see a new emotion there. Shame. What have we done? They ask. We become one and two, yeah.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again.
I'm begging you, don't do this. This doesn't feel right. That thing...
Screw the mirror. We just...
What's that little, like, flash of darkness? I feel like that was different. Weird.
Something finds me in the
Interesting that she's back to looking normal
and
here. That's
brings me
very
the
strange.
gift of a fragile vessel.
I expected her to have, like, the beak and weird distorted shit. What do you say about this vessel?
Yes. Nerve. This one is consumed by instinct. A dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart.
Again, kind of strange that it's just the same, dialogue as for the other one.
She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Well, I guess let's just go.
Nothing, as we are. There is no exit, but bring me more perspectives.
Alright.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. I think I'm actually going to stop the stream here for today. It's a little bit earlier than I usually stream for, but I just feel like this is a good stopping point, because at this point we've gone once at least through all of the new routes. So I think starting with the next stream, I'm going to do more of a deep dive on each one. So I don't know which one we want to start with. Probably with one of the new chapter 3s, I'd say. And just go with that and go through more variations of it and see what else we can find. So I just think it would be kind of cleaner to stop the stream here and then start that new kind of new part in a separate stream. I just think that makes more sense to me. I don't know which one we want to start with. I guess if we want to go with one of the new chapter 3s, then, you know, we have the 3 options. I think the Happily Ever After one was kind of my favorite one, so I kind of want to save it for later. Maybe let's do one of the others. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, I think that's going to be the end of today's stream. So yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Lots of new content. I am kind of disappointed that we didn't really get to see the new ending. We did see kind of the updated endings with the new animations. Those were actually really nice. I didn't really comment on them as they were happening, but that looked really good. It's just added just that little bit of extra oomph to that whole encounter. I really liked that. I do wonder how to get to the new ending. I think I said that I didn't want specifics, but honestly, I think at some point I'm probably going to end up looking it up or asking chat for details. Because again, there's just so many different ways to play this game. And at this point, yeah, I might need, I don't know if I would say I definitely don't want to spend hours and hours just on stream doing random trial and error. I might also just go and read through the achievements to see if there's any hints. And I know in like the... If we go... In the gallery, I think, there's hints for how to get stuff. I guess maybe in the end of everything, maybe? So these are the different endings. So there's 2 different things for finding your freedom. This is the one where you reset, I guess. Slaying her. Go back to where you all started. Oh, this is the stranger one. This also sounds like the reset route, though. I don't know. I love the kind of Stanley Parable reference there, too, by the way. Something new that we'll experience together. I'm not sure how this is different from just leaving with her. This is killing her on the stranger route. This is becoming gods, I guess. Destroy her without any outside help. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, so these are all for destroying her without any outside help. I'm guessing that's the new route. Alright, well, we'll see. I do wonder if you have to, like, choose the right answers in your conversation with her to do that. Alright, well, next time we end up at the ending, we'll explore some more of the dialogue options and see if we can figure anything out here. Alright, for now, though, I think... Oh, look at that. We've actually gotten to a lot of the vessels now. Huh. We've actually gone through a surprising amount of the gallery already. Because I lost so much of... Well, I mean, I guess technically none of the progress carried over into the pristine cut, so that's not a surprise, but yeah, very interesting. Oh yeah, we accidentally got to the Wraith, but then reloaded. Anyway, I guess that's it for this stream. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, we're going to choose a route and just stick with it for a while and see what variations we can get on it, I guess. So that's the plan for next stream, which will be Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST, my usual streaming time. In the meantime, I do also have a Sunday speed paint stream if anyone is interested in that. So yeah, feel free to check that out if you would like. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And hopefully I'll see you later. Bye.